Hey everyone, this is the first in my series of how to make a Tesla wall connector smart. And first of all, we're going to have a look at how to stop charging once the car is plugged in. So you might be asking why you'd want to do this. And the main reason is that quite often, if you have an off-peak EV charging tariff, you're going to find that there are times when other people in the household plug the car in when your off-peak energy is not active at the moment. And what this will allow you to do is automatically stop charging as soon as that happens. And this is something that the car itself is not very good at. The Tesla scheduling is not as good as it could be in this regard. So I'm using Home Assistant to automate it. And this uses several different components, one of which is the Tesla wall connector integration in Home Assistant. And this allows me to use a trigger of when the wall connector is plugged in, and that will trigger the whole automation. So as soon as the vehicle is plugged in, you can see there's quite a few different options here, but the one I'm using is plugged in. We're first of all going to check whether or not we're in the off-peak period. And for this, I'm using a time condition, just a simple time condition based on the value that I have stored, which is a helper in Home Assistant called Octopus off-peak end. And when the car is plugged in after the off-peak end time and before the off-peak start time, this condition will pass and it will allow the automation to run. The very first action I do is delaying for 20 seconds. The simple reason being that I didn't want to have a race condition where I plug the car in and the automation runs and stops charging, and then the car kicks in quickly and starts charging again automatically, because it takes a small amount of time to wake the car up when the charger is plugged in. So I figured that 20 seconds was enough of a time to pass. So first of all, we delay for 20 seconds, which is just going to hang the script and wait. And then using the great Tesla integration that's available, which I'll share in the link, we've got the option to use a custom API command. And the one that I send is stop charge. And then you need to pass the path variables, including the vehicle ID. This, of course, is not my real vehicle ID, not something that I wanted to share here. And once this automation runs, it's going to call the Tesla API and stop the charging. And that means it's perfectly safe for anyone to plug the car in off-peak or outside of the off-peak hours, including myself. And I know that Home Assistant has always got my back, and it's going to prevent the car from charging until the off-peak period runs, which is another automation that I'll go through in a separate video. Thank you.